in video, unlike animation, you don't necessarily need a storyboard for some video projects. You know, some videos can be shot without the storyboard. Clearly, they can be shot without a storyboard. But in the event that your project or your production has more than one location, it has like several locations, I would say, you know, that it's imperative that you have a storyboard. I mean, if you got different locations, you're gonna need to work that out because you don't know how it's gonna be. You have some assumption of what's gonna occur when you get to that location, and let's just say the location. Let's say you have 5 locations and 3 of them are outside. Then you have to start thinking, okay, well, we need to actually make an arrangement, you know, for the location first. And then we need to see, you know, how we're going to actually like map out or stage how the action is going to occur at that location. Are the people going to go, are the actors going to go around a tree if there's a tree there? Are they going to be laying down or sitting up? Are they going to be standing? What are they going to do? And where are they going to be? So again, that's when a storyboard kind of helps. Because it takes your mind away from actually like the stressful task of actually like being right there on the spot, on location, and trying to figure it all out right then. Because what happens normally is the talent, especially if the talent is not like your friend and you hired them, the talent starts to have conversations. They start to want to talk because they get impatient after a while. You're trying to stage something out, you're working, the director and the cameraman are trying to work something out, and the talent is like giving a lot of sarcastic remarks while you're trying to figure it all out. What's going on? I thought we came here to shoot. You guys seem like you're not organized. What's happening? I don't want to work here. I don't work here. You get it. I'm hungry. I'm hungry. I need to have food. You know, and that becomes annoying to the director, especially if you're a young director. It becomes annoying because then you have to try to respond, and you don't want to respond in a way where you're upset, you know, and you're cursing them out or something. You want to respond in a way where you answer their questions and you can move forward. Okay, so you have to use a lot of patience and say, okay, I know you're upset, you know, or it seems like you're hungry or something. We're getting ready to shoot. Just give us a minute, okay? You know, and hopefully that'll work out. But that takes time. That takes practice. Also, you want to define the equipment, the props, and the location. Like I said, the location requirements, depending on where you're going to shoot. One thing I need to point out as far as locations, what you can't do, they say, what you can't do is you can't go into like a public place like a department store and actually bring the video camera. Normally the security people ask for the camera. They'll ask for the camera or they'll ask for the tape. Because you're infringing on their rights when you go in there. You know, so you need to get like liability forms filled out, which would be, you know, almost impossible because that's like everybody in that that's a lot. Geez, everybody in your shot is going to want to fill out a form. You're going to need like permissions, you know, permits and stuff to be filled out. It's a hassle. It's better if you're going to do some footage, get some footage like that in a location where you know you need the okay to go in there. I'm not saying do this. I'm just suggesting you could do it this way. If you had like a big bag that had a hole in it for the camera to actually get the information, you could walk with the bag. You know, make it quick. Don't linger around. Shoot what you have to shoot and get out of there. You know, make it seem like it's not obvious. If you're walking with the bag and they're like, "What are you doing with that bag?" I'm not doing anything. Why are you doing that? Nothing. I'm not doing anything. It's gonna look obvious. Security people aren't stupid enough to know that if you're holding something really stiffly, there must be something in there. We need to see that. You know? So you want to be kind of casual, you know. So you probably want to have like a female be the camera person, so she can have a big bag, and that way it won't look suspicious. Be like, yeah, they went out there, you know. And then that way, if by chance it doesn't work out, then you know the next thing you need to do is you need to run. You need to tell the camera person, you know, and this is not being chauvinistic, but you need to tell the camera person, you know, if it's a female, okay, look, if we're gonna get caught, I'm gonna run, okay? There might be a good chance, because when I start running, I normally stick my leg out like that. Okay, so you might fall, but get back up and keep running. Okay, I might do that more than once. But that's just me, okay? So don't run too close to me, because I do that. And I run by people too, I do that a lot too. So I'm just saying, don't run by me. And then that way everything will be fine. It'll be real nice and smooth, you get in there, you get out. You need to create a shot list. Okay, a shot list, basically, I gave you guys a handout on that last week. A shot list is where you actually take the time. Where is it? Didn't I give you the shot? I thought I gave you a shot list. A shot list is where you actually, like, this is the script, but shot list is where you actually designate what's going to be shot first, what's going to be shot next. In a production house, what they do, which I think is kind of silly, but I guess it works to some level. It does work. What they do is they actually make a designated shot list for every scene, every shot, and then some of them are magnetic and they stick on a little board and they're in different colors and they sit on there, and those are the shots you're going to be taking. Now, the only thing I disagree with the shot list thing is that sometimes shots change, you know, depending on where you are in the location. You might see something different, you know. And you're supposed to be shooting here, and you decide to shoot over here, you know. And then your director's like, what are you looking at? Over here, man. Oh my God, this is awesome, you know. And then that can become problematic too. But you need to create some formal shot list so that you know where you're going as far as planning. What you're going to shoot first. You need to have a shooting schedule. When we get to like our final project, we actually go with the shooting schedule. Basically, the shooting schedule is just arranging a time, designating time when you're going to be shooting what. You know, that's all it is. You're just deciding on what's going to be shot at what specific time. It kind of works in conjunction with the shot list, but again, the shooting schedule works a little better only because of the fact that if you decide to shoot out of sequence and you're like, okay, our first shot is going to be right here by this door, and our last shot is going to be by the door, you might shoot both of those at the same time. You know, if you're shooting outside and it's one of those moments where it's not totally sunny, it's sort of an overcast. That's what they call perfect. That's perfect for shooting. It's not too much sun, you don't have to worry about, because you can't outlight the sun. You can't outlight it. You know, you can't take artificial lights and try to make your illumination more brilliant than the sun. It just can't be done. The sun will beat you every time, you know, without even trying. You know? But anyway, if it's overcast, then actually you won't get as many shadows on your talent, you know, and you won't have to worry about the camera not malfunctioning, but the camera making an adjustment. Here in Houston, when you shoot outside and it's really hot, that moisture that we can't see goes into the lens of the camera, and the camera shuts down.